Morning, guys. We're on a new book today, Proverbs, and it's written by Solomon, and it's on wisdom. Wisdom is basically the application of God's word. So as we receive the knowledge of God's word, it can be in our minds. So that's the first thing, is to receive it. And as we'll learn today, the catalyst of applying that knowledge into our lives is the fear of the Lord. That's where it begins. We need to have a reverence for God, and then that helps us to apply that knowledge into our lives and then have the wisdom. But let's look at Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon. Who is Solomon? He is the son of David, the king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to discern the sayings of understanding. So first of all, we need to read the scriptures, hear what God's saying, but then once that knowledge has entered our minds, there has to be an outworking, there has to be an application into our lives, and that's the applying of that wisdom. Verse 3, to receive instruction in wise behavior, righteousness, justice, and equity. That's what the book's all about. To give prudence to the naive, to the youth knowledge and discretion. These words, prudence, discretion, righteousness, equity, which is balancing the scales and knowing how to judge things. Verse 5, a wise man will hear an increase in learning. So first of all, we need to be reading the scriptures, learning what they say, and the understanding will acquire wise counsel. And also understanding is not just is learning from others. God has given us people in the church through the counsel of many wise people. We need to be able to receive that instruction. We need to be able to also go and be approachable. Verse 6, to understand a proverb and a figure, the words of a wise and their riddles. And then this is a very key verse, verse 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. With the right heart and attitude of taking what God has said will lead us to obedience. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. They don't fear the authority that's in place. They reject the counsel and they go their own way until they go to their own destruction. Verse 9, indeed they are a graceful wreath to your head and ornaments about your neck. And here's, we're starting with something to learn this morning. Verse 10, my son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. We are always going to get tempted. People are going to be drawing us in, and we need to reject sinners. If they say, come with us, let us lie wait for blood, let us ambush the innocent without cause. Here comes this peer pressure, this intimidating way of enticing us in. We need to be aware this is going to happen. Verse 12, let us swallow them alive like Sheol, even whole, as those who go down to the pit. We will find all kinds of precious wealth. We will fill our houses with spoil. So there's the lust of the eyes and the flesh, and these sinners will entice us, and this is what we can get. Throw in your lot with us. We shall all have one purse. My son, do not walk with them. There's the warning. Keep your feet from their path, for their feet run to evil, and they hasten to shed blood. Indeed, it is useless to spread the baited net in the sight of any bird, but they lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush their own lives. So are the ways of everyone who gains by violence. It takes away the life of its possessors. And so we need to just heed this warning of not getting involved with the wrong people. Bad company corrupts good character.